Well, hey, and welcome to another episode of Beetle Dustino, coming at you again today with yet another video on yet another monthly collection update video. So the month of August of 2024. So we'll be getting out. I usually, it seems like they're so deep into the month, I get them out, but I'm doing fairly good. I did have one video before this, but I was planning to have that in this, but their story's kind of blowing up, so I thought they'd be better as a separate video. But anyways, before we get going too much on that, let's see the intro. So yeah, my monthly collection update video, and we'll get started with the Beatles on this. I got a couple of Beatles items here, and the first one will be the George Harrison the best of, so the original one that came out in November 8th of 1976 in the US and November 20th of 1976 in the UK. And this is, of course, the US cover. We did get a little different cover than the UK. I think I'll put up in the corner there what the UK one looks like. And I think this is the one, if I believe correct, is more what George Harrison wanted, was this one here. So I'm correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I think that is correct. I think I prefer this one a little more too. Even though I am a car guy and I kind of like seeing cars on covers, you usually don't get to see that, but I don't know what a car had to do with any of this stuff. But there's the inner sleeve there and the back of the inner sleeve. And yeah, I just recently got the Best of the Dark Horse Years one and Dark Horse Years, and I realized my record shop had this sitting there too, and I was like, well, I better go pick that one up too. So I got both those original compilations. And he doesn't got too many compilations. I think there's only 2 that I'm missing after this on vinyl. So yeah, I guess, but there's the label on it. This looked like a nice copy. It wasn't too bad price, so I thought I'd pick it up. And yeah, pretty happy to add this into my George Harrison collection. Get me one step closer on his vinyl there. Now this one I surprised even myself on, that I picked up another copy of it, because it doesn't seem to be popular, and I was shocked how cheap the prices were going. I was also shocked how close to the full collection I was at, being that I didn't get much of a chance on McCartney 3, so as soon as we're speaking of it, it's McCartney 3 Imagined, to get every color. They sold out so fast. I was on almost right away trying to pre-order mine, and I couldn't even get, I think I got the Newberry Comics one, was the only one I was able to score. Even the Target one was sold out, I remember. And I did eventually get the Target one, but that's really it that I've got for colored vinyl on McCartney 3 on the standard one. McCartney 3 Imagine, though, I am now only 3 short of the full colored vinyl collection on it, and I might as well just get them. Especially seeing as I found these are going for hella cheap right now. I got this with shipping for just a little over 20 bucks. So not too bad, I don't think. And even for this album, and the thing is, I like this album. So I think I'm one of the weird ones that actually really likes McCartney 3 Imagined. And I mean, I'm not going to play it every day or anything. Nothing really special for the inner sleeves. I've already got the disc out here. These do got that kind of cool rainbow colored inside here, but yeah, there's nothing really else. Oh, the insert here, that's right. I'll show you the insert. Some of these are different, some of them aren't. It's really kind of interesting. Once I get them all on hand, I'll see what the big differences were on every single one. I don't think there was as many differences as we were thinking, but every now and then you'd find a different picture of them in the center there. So this one, it seems like I've seen most of these with videos. It seems like McCartney 3, you saw almost every color almost right away, and McCartney 3 Imagine, it was just a handful of colors that people kind of showed in their collection updates. I don't think it was pretty much the splatter one was the most popular. I think the violet and the one translucent green was pretty popular too. There was another translucent green, the Spotify one. I saw one video on that. I think I have never seen this particular color though. And the green and the violet were because they were promo ones that were sent out. This one though, I have never seen, and it's a really cool pink, and it is a little translucent. It's hard to see. I can see it now with the light above me there. But I don't think it's going to show up on the camera that it's translucent. But there's side A and side B on it. And yeah, it really looks fantastic. I really like it. I was starting to think it was going to be a lot like the Newberry Comics pink on the McCartney 3, but it's completely different because that one's a solid color. This one's translucent. And of course, as I'm showing the records here, McCartney 3 Imagine was released digitally on April 16th of 2021 and physically on July 23rd of 2021. So, been out for a few years now. And not much different on side, or disc 2 here, but there's side C and side D. So there we go. All right, so let's get into the artists I'm kind of trying to get their collections going on. I've got a few artists I'm kind of close to completing a collection. There's some that I've been way off, but I really want to get them completed. And I think Weezer, I was kind of midway. In there. And last month I did show I had quite a few new Weezer add-ons. And this one's no different. They're actually probably my most dominant one here on what I've added. And I know Weezer is so up and down with people. I like Weezer though. I really do. I do want to hear all the albums back to back. I know the hits off the radio and stuff, but I've never really heard all the full albums. But I love the Blue album. Absolutely love the Blue album. And I just kind of want to explore them and, you know, get a nice collection of theirs. But here is Ratitude, which I understand is one of their most hated ones. I've been hearing a few of these songs off of the streaming recently, and I'm quite liking what I hear on that. So I don't know. We'll see what my thoughts are after I hear the whole album. Well, there's the back of the booklet and the disc label there. Ratitude came out on October 30th of 2009. Yeah, this is a 2-disc. All right. Let's see. How do we get to the other guy here? There we go. And yeah, we got a bonus disc with this version. I usually try, if I'm getting this, try to look for a bonus disc type. And I was lucky to find this here. So there we got a bonus disc there. You can see probably the track listing there. And then up next, we have Hurley. And this one is of September 14th of 2010. And I think that's an interesting album cover. I cannot remember that actor's name. I watched him on Hawaii Five-0. I know, though, Hurley has referenced him being on, God, what was the name of that show? I never watched the show. I watched like one episode. The one with the plane crash and it was all crazy. J.J. Abrams. I know J.J. Abrams done the show. This one you might notice is a little different. It is a bonus one. I think it's was from the UK on this too. Let me double check here. Yeah, I don't see it specifically saying anything. But yeah, I think this is a UK variation. That you did get a couple of bonus tracks there. So I did look for this version, and I was lucky to find it. And it really cool. They had the hype sticker stuck to the jewel case. So I did find it used. Yeah. Very happy to get this one. I hear this one's a pretty decent album. So Ratitude into this one, and the one is quite liked, and the other one not so much. So, and yeah, I think the standard one's got a little different. Instead of this pinkish, I think it's blue or yellow or something. Yeah, a little bit of a difference there. And was very happy to find that version of it. Up next on my collection here, I must have had some in the middle here because I really jumped from 2010 to 2017 with the Pacific Daydream, and this is October 27th, 2017. I'm just trying to go in order, getting these. Seems to be the best way to, you know, as you're trying to collect the collection there. But there's the front, the spine, and the back. There's the back of the booklet and the disc label. There is behind the tray there. And then up next, we got the Black album. This was on March 1st of 2019. I don't know how well that's going to show up. There is a bit of an image there, but it's hard to see. And even all of this, I don't even know why I'm showing it because I don't think it's going to be easy to see. I love the disc label on this too with the black on black. Looks really cool. Like again, I don't know how well it's going to show up on camera though. Kind of the spot varnishing on the lettering there. And this one, I do got the hype sticker stuck in there. You can see there behind the tray. I'd like to do that if there's not a lot of artwork here. There's just kind of a blank. I'll pop the hype sticker back there so that way it's nice and saved. And that is what I did there, as I was able to find a new copy. So there is the Black album. And then my last Weezer one I got here, and this one was a really frivolous pickup because I'm trying to get the albums, not so much like any of the crazy promo stuff or anything, but I saw this on eBay and it wasn't too expensive. I think I probably overpaid a little maybe, but I thought it was just kind of fun. I got this Weezer 6 hits. which I believe was a Best Buy bonus for one of the albums, whatever came out in 2008, probably before Ratitude there. But yeah, it was November of '08, it looks like it came out. I remember I looked and I didn't really see anything that released around then, so I don't know what this would have been with, but yeah, there's the track listing there, some pretty big ones of theirs. Yeah, I thought this would just be kind of fun to pick up to add into the collection, seeing as I'm getting a collection going. Look behind the tray, absolutely nothing, just a bunch of orange. So of course, I'm a big Jimi Hendrix fan, and I've had a fairly large CD collection of his, as I've been collecting since the mid-90s, mid to late 90s. I came in right at the era when his estate was taken over. His sister was kind of in charge at this point, and she was taking over, and they've really put out some great releases since then. Reissued the original albums, you know, did some bonus stuff, made the packaging really nice with nice liner notes and everything. And right before that, though, because all that stuff originally started on MCA, and right before that, there were a couple of releases, and for some reason I always skip them by because, well, the one, they just put out a new album just a few years later on it, and it was pretty much the same material, just different packaging, and maybe a different track listing or track order. And then the other one, which is this one, Woodstock, came out on August 20th of 1994. Not long after, I think in 99 or so, the Hendrix estate did a big 2-disc set, which had pretty much the whole concert. I think there was still maybe a song or two missing, but this is only a 1-disc version, so you don't have the full set or anywhere near it. I absolutely love that label, though. That label's just great. And yeah, I remember seeing this on the shelves, but I always passed it up because I had already had the 2-disc one. I was like, I don't see the sense of getting that. But now I'm kind of trying to be a completist. I always kind of say I've got all the Hendrix CDs. Well, I haven't had these ones from that early period there with him on MCA. The other one, though, is Voodoo Soup, which I just recently picked up too. And this was April 1st of 1995. So, like I said, I'm really surprised. I think it was 97 that First Rays of the New Rising Sun came out, which is basically this album, I think, with just a different track order. I think the artwork is so great on this, too. That's a really cool artwork there. And on the cover, and there's the spine and the back. And you can see that track listing. I'll hold it there. I didn't do that for the Woodstock one, but they had kind of the same setup there. But anyways, let's take a look here. Really cool. This came with all these little promo things and send away for information things. And I was really kind of surprised getting this used, that it was in that good a shape with everything. And then there's the under the disc there. But yeah, I really like this packaging. I don't know why Voodoo Soup got so kind of overshadowed by First Rays of the New Rising Sun. This was supposed to be kind of that next album that he was working on before he passed. And that's also what they kind of pitched First Rays of the New Rising Sun as. And if you look at the track list, if you know First Rays of the New Rising Sun, it's basically the same tracks, just in a slightly different order. So not sure what happened there. But I'll listen to the two, see which one I like better maybe. And yeah, kind of excited to add that in. And I am going to be kind of trying to fill in those holes of the older CDs that I'm missing, especially the US ones. I don't know if I'm going to go for all the European ones and UK and whatnot, because there's quite a few of those just on their own, officially released stuff. Yeah, at least the US ones I'm going to try to get, and maybe a couple of those other ones. But the next artist, though, that I'm trying to collect a little collection, my new artist spotlight that you saw a couple weeks ago, be Teddy Swims. And I see he's got a few EPs out, and I'm going to try to get the EPs kind of in order. So this was his first EP. This is Unlearning, which came out on May 21st, 2021. Yeah, I've heard quite a few of the songs off of this one already. I haven't listened to it in order yet, but pretty good tracks on this. I've really enjoyed what I've heard. I'm really amazed how much new artist has got me excited here. I've never really been excited for a new artist until him. And very happy. Nothing below the trailer, just black there. I always like to show it, though. And then another CD I recently picked up. I was watching that documentary on Stax Records out of Memphis there, and it's been on Max. I hate calling it Max. It seems like HBO Max sounds so much better to me. HBO, even. I don't know why Max got the priority on that. But anyways, I really got into Booker T and the MGs, and I knew they had this. I've had this on my radar even before seeing that and learning more about Booker T and the MGs. But this is Macklemore Avenue. kind of their take on Abbey Road, and right across their studios too. So crossing the road by their studios. And yeah, this came out in April of 1970 though. So right after Abbey Road, not long after. And they do cover some of Abbey Road on there. You'll see that. And this one's a really nice remaster that came out in 2011. This was, I didn't get the release on this, but I know it was 2011. I'll put words in the corner. I'll have it up there. The exact date there. I'm sure I can find that. But yeah, I'm kind of holding it the wrong way there. There you can see there's some bonus tracks. I think those other tracks were on some other albums of theirs, and they just kind of put it all together to kind of make a Beatley Booker T and the MGs album there. So pretty cool on that. And there's the back of the booklet and the disc label. I love how much of the album that they kind of recreated with the front there, and then even the back here is kind of similar to the back of Abbey Road. And there's behind the disc there. But very excited to get this, very excited to add this in. I really enjoyed that documentary. Was so amazed watching that. If you haven't watched that yet, go check it out. I'll have a poster of it up there. But yeah, how much, not just on music history and Stax Records history, but just American history was involved in that. And really cool. I really enjoyed it. Great docu-series. I keep saying documentary. It's a series. There's 3 episodes, I think, 3 or 4 episodes. Yeah, it was really good. A really great watch. I'm probably going to watch it again. I liked it that much. So anyways, let's move on to the next thing, which will be my VCLT, because it always seems like I got some of this from my boss, my manager at work. He always is popping in with a record he finds at thrift stores and stuff for super cheap. I like I say, if I went out and tried this, I could be out every day and I wouldn't find this. And he finds decent stuff all the time for usually $1. So we'll start with this one. This is Billy Ocean, Suddenly. So Caribbean Queen. It was so funny when he handed this to me. He's like, I'm going to go listen to that song on my lunch break. I'm going to look that up and listen to it. And he comes back from lunch. I totally forgot to listen to Caribbean Queen. But yeah, he got me this one. This originally came out on, looks like, is it April? Oh, no. September 12th of 1984. So almost right now, we're just about to its anniversary here. And let's see, there was no inner sleeve with this one, but there is on the Jive label there, side 1 and side 2. And last one here, and this one kind of shocked me, and it shocked me that I wanted it, I guess, is the other thing. I never expected to see a newer record out on this, and a newer artist. And my assistant manager, she's the other one that kind of benefits from this, because her and I are both vinyl collectors. She's also got a cousin that is, so a lot of times if she's not into it or I'm not into it, she'll offer it up to the cousin. She had this on her desk because he got it specifically for her, knowing she liked this artist. And she goes, Dustin, I've already got this one. Would you like it? And I kind of was like, when I saw it, I said, yeah, why not? Let's try it out. So this is harrystyles. Fine Line. This came out on December 13th of 2019. And it does got a little damage up in the corner. I don't know if that's why he found it so cheap or what. But like I said, I was just really surprised that a newer artist, a newer album, especially with a pretty hot artist and a hot track on it with Watermelon Sugar. I mean, everybody should know that song. I don't know really any of the other ones, but I know Watermelon Sugar. And there's, the inside there on the gatefold. Yeah, this kind of surprised me that he found this, and he found it for $2. Like I said, I don't think I could ever go out every day and I would never find any of these. And he found this for $2 at a thrift shop or something. But there's the inner sleeve on disc 1. Get you side A here. There's side A and side B. And the disc looks perfectly fine. It may be a little dirty, but otherwise I don't see any scratches. Hardly looks played. So for $2, and she goes, I paid $30 for mine. And here you got it for $2. I think she did, I kind of got to ask her because I figured there was a bunch of colored special edition versions of this. And sure enough, she said she did have a colored vinyl version of it. This is just the standard black. No big thing. I mean, I'm going to probably spin it and see how it is. And if I'm not into it, maybe I'll pass it off to somebody else there. But I thought I'd give it a try at least. So it is on the Columbia label. I don't know if you can see that there, but there we go. We do have a poster with it. Yeah, it's safe to show, I guess. I was going to say, I know I looked at this already and it was a little risque, but we'll pull it out here. one side is double-sided poster. That side's not too bad, I suppose, but nothing I think that YouTube will dig me on. But that one maybe getting a little bit there, but yeah, poster there. You won't be seeing this on my wall, but the poster was in there. But anyways, that's my collection update for August of 2024. Seemed like quite a bit there. And there was quite a bit more that I split into other videos yet. So my last video, of course, was my Oasis one. I had to get that out. I mean, they've been kind of the hot news story lately. My next video that you'll be seeing coming out Wednesday is kind of a Beatles update that I decided to do a separate video on because, yeah, why not? Even though I did show some Beatles stuff in here. But this one I got a little bit more of a story on, so I'll do it kind of a separate video with it. I am going to get totally wrapping up as I don't want to make this too much longer. Before I do that, though, I once again want to thank all my subscribers and thanks to any new subscribers. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Also hit the notification bell so you know when I got new videos coming out. And if you did like the video, please give it a like. It really does help out the channel. And like I always say, if you've stuck around to this point, you must like it. So please give it a like and do leave a comment. I love having a discussion with everybody. Let me know your thoughts on these releases that I picked up. Are you a fan of Weezer? Are you a fan of Harry Styles? Do you got that poster hanging up on your wall? Do you ever find good buys like that in thrift stores? I don't know, $1 record, $2 records, and neither of them are bad records, I don't think. I'd probably listen to either of these. So, but anyways, I never have any luck. My manager does. I'll let him just keep bringing these in for me, I guess. So, and it was his birthday recently. I picked him up a really nice Pink Floyd CD. He's a Pink Floyd fan, and I wanted to get him some of it as he keeps getting me some stuff. So I thought that would be fun to get him a Pink Floyd CD, knowing how much he likes Pink Floyd. And luckily he didn't have it when I got it for him, and he was really excited about it. So he was really happy to get it. So I did good. I mean, I know Pink Floyd a little, but not that well that I knew what to pick out, like what would be cool but for a Pink Floyd fan. But luckily the guy at the record shop, he knew what to kind of point me in the direction on because he was a Pink Floyd fan. So he knew how to get me going with that. But anyways, before I get rambling too much more, I'm going to get really signing out. I am Beetle Dustino, signing out.